What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at a 2-year-old bedding area, and we're on this ridge top, furthest part away from my field, the back side of the property, and it's roughly 2 years old. I cut this in, and I'll play some B-roll footage over it, but we're back here today cutting again. You can see I still have chaps on and everything, and today we're actually extending it. And we're cutting on this lower side a little bit lower than the top here, and it's all, you see the sun working its way around here. It's all south facing, and we're going down to the lower bench a little bit, cutting some primarily beech trees down in here and allowing more sunlight to come up into this top area. Then it crests over the top up here, which I started cutting a little bit more. So basically we extended the bedding area. We probably cut maybe quarter more acre, maybe a little bit more than that, and then also we made on this lower bench down here more bedding. And you can guys see back here, sunlight is the name of the game when it comes to these bedding areas, south facing. And we'll walk up here in a second and I'll show you all the regrowth and browse and everything. But what we got here is we're standing on this lower part of the ridge where it crests down, and then it goes really steep down below here. But there's a trail here on the downside of this bedding area up here. So it's thick up here, and then we have this lower part where it is a trail that we have cut, and we hinge cut some trees in here to make this travel corridor that goes around up in here into a water hole, then I have a tree stand. So during the rut, this area here really gets a lot of activity, and I've had a lot of bucks hitting the water hole and stuff because they cruise this downside of the bedding area here, and you know, scent check or whatever. And then on the top side there's also a trail to where deer can go around the top side, and depending which way the wind is actually blowing. What are we cutting? Primarily, you guys, I don't know if you guys can see down in there, primarily this whole side, this ridge top and everything is dominated by beech trees, very large beech trees. We're cutting those, and there's also maples that we're cutting as well to get the regrowth and the stump sprouts. With that, we're getting the sunlight down in there to allow regrowth. Came up to the top side, we have all this sunlight coming down. Look at all these briars. This was not here 2 years ago. All these briars coming out. We have some hinge cuts in here, maples, stump sprouts, just everything, and everything is regrowing. All this browse, deer are in here all the time feeding, bedding, bucks are in here. We have maples, fresh maple we just cut there, cut that down to get even more sunlight. It's crazy, but you know, I can't emphasize enough about physically cutting timber on your property. There's nothing that you can really do that would benefit more to a hunting property than cutting trees, because you couldn't plant enough food on your property that natural browse can produce, if that makes sense. I mean, most people are planting what, 1 acre, 2 acre, half acre, quarter acre food plots. You start cutting timber, the amount of forage and tonnage that can grow on your property will way outdo the amount of food that you could actually plant. Now we're standing up here closer to my tree stand, which is right back there. Got a water hole right here. I just put up a new cell cam up on that tree, but just to kind of monitor things. And yeah, cutting, guys, cutting is insane. You got to be careful. A lot of things can go wrong, especially when you're by yourself. But when you can implement a cutting strategy on your property, focusing whatever it is on the timber that you have, whether it's beech trees, it could be maples, you know, opening, you know, gaps around oak trees. We did find a few oaks down on the slower side, which I cut the timber around those to allow them to get more sunlight, because some of them were kind of starting to shape crooked chasing the sun because everything's closed canopy here. So just thickness in your property, look up, look at sunlight, and it's amazing the benefits that you can have. And it creates bedding, you know, it creates an area where deer can, you know, come in and feel safe, bed up, depending on the wind direction, you know, bucks will bed in there, and especially during a rut, bucks will chase around in and out of these areas looking for hot does, and it benefits so much, regrowth. But that's the name of the game when it comes to property, guys. You have to have natural browse. You have to. If you want to see and hold deer in the fall and winter months and help, you know, advance them really to the next age by holding them and they don't leave and go off to your neighbors and feed, there's just so many different things that can benefit from cutting timber. And it's the number one thing that's forgotten about. Most likely, I would say in my opinion, it's the number one thing that landowners don't want to do. One, because it's dangerous, and two, they just don't know what to do. But, you know, we're out here having fun. It's a good day, and we're cutting, and I've been cutting for, I don't know, maybe 2 hours, and I literally got so much done in 2 hours. We're about to pack up and head out because there's nothing else to do. You know, we're done cutting. So, just if you want to cut on your property, evaluate it, hire somebody. You'll get on my website. You can give me a call. We can look at it and set up a plan for somebody else to cut it, or we can cut it for you. So, any questions, leave a comment down below. I'll see you guys in the next video.